Hi there, Sandra here from Creating Spain with another Christmas card. I'm starting off with a circular piece and I've got a couple of inks that I want to use for blending. I've put a tiny amount of glycerin on my brush because these are just water-based inks. And I'm just going to tap some colour down onto my silicone mat. Now the reason I'm using this silicone mat is so that I can then just cast it aside while I'm filming. So I'm not going to get the rest of my card dirty. So here we go with this. Okay, I'm going to go straight onto my ink pad. That's better. They're a little bit dried out. They're very old ink pads, and so they're not really giving a vast amount of colour now. Okay, so that's enough colour. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Now I'm going to wipe my fingers just in case I've got some ink on my fingers. There's nothing like doing a white card and then finding out you've got stains over it. Now I've got two things which I want to put onto this. And first of all, I want to put this frame on. If you've got children around and they're prone to using these sort of three-dimensional glues, nab the bottles when they're done with them. Wash them out with warm soapy water and reuse it with your favourite glue. They come in different tip sizes. This is a nice one, it's a really narrow one. Sometimes they're a bit thicker than that, but that just happens to be a really good one, which I like. And then that is going to go on top of there and it gives you a nice subtle colour. And then just line that up and that's ready to go on my card. I've got my front panel and this is going to go on there. Now I drew this circle on here so that you could actually see it, so that it will be included in the file. You probably want to draw it in something very faint, so a pale grey or something like that, unless you want it to show. Now I think I best turn that up so the purpley bit is on the top. I think it will look better in that direction. And then I can just put some glue on the back of this and stick it on. But what I will do in the file is I'll make that background piece just a little bit smaller than the outer frame, because I can see a little bit there where I've not lined it up quite as well as I should. But that's what happens when you're doing videos. If I'm directly over something, I get it lined up better. If I'm not, then I don't frequently get it very good at all. Right, I am going to add a couple of little holly leaves now, and I'm going to add a couple of these polystyrene berries. They are little round polystyrene beads and I've just cut them in half so that I can stick them on. Now the other thing I've got, I cut out two little Christmas trees and the first one is going to go in position on there. The second one is folded in half, and then that is going to go on top so that it remains dimensional. I've just realised that this probably isn't going to be stiff enough to stand on its own, and I could actually use my scan and cut to go around this. I can't be bothered to do it that way, so I'm just going to glue it on and just fussy cut it out. It's not a complicated shape. The middle of this tree. I will leave that to dry for a while and go have a cup of tea. I think my tree has dried off enough for me to be able to complete it. And what I've done is I've used a glittery silver pen to add some little dots on here to represent little decorations. Now I want the trunk part of this to stick down in place a bit more, so I'm going to put a tiny bit more glue under there and just colour the trunk. I've put some double-sided foam tape on the back because I want this to sit flat in there. And so now I can put my tree on here. And I have a tiny little sequin star, or glitter star, whatever you like to call it, and I want to put that on the top of my tree. my star on. There we go. There is today's card, and then this will actually have some dimension to it. And it just looks pretty. It's just something slightly different. When it comes to Christmas cards, we all end up needing some inspiration for something that doesn't look like everything else. Okay, that's it. If you like the file, it'll be linked in the information down below. I will see you again soon. Take care now.